these are my daughter's party favorite boxes I made for her birthday. The theme was Twinkle Twinkle Little Stella because Stella is her name. I'm going to show you guys step by step how I put them together. I bought these boxes off of AliExpress, but you can buy them on Amazon as well. When they came in the mail, they were smaller than I expected because I read the measurements as inches instead of centimeters, but I think they are actually the perfect size once it was finished. So before I begin, I'm just going to put it together and get a better estimate of how small the area I'm going to be working with. I actually wasn't sure how to read the lines on the ruler as decimals, so I had to Google it, just so it would be easier to convert it when I went to Design Space later on. Using the app Procreate on my iPad, I uploaded a picture of the box and tried to see what font I liked and how I was going to put it together. Once I liked the design, I went to Design Space and put in the measurements of the box I had measured with the ruler before. The measurement came out to be 4.5 by 2.25 inches. I changed the color to a similar color as the favorite box, just to see how it's going to look like when I'm done. I went on Google and screenshot a picture of a cloud that I liked, then uploaded it and used Design Space to erase the background. I'm just going to name it Cloud, click the cut option, and upload it. Once uploaded, I adjusted it to the size I thought would look good on the box. I then went to shapes at the bottom and selected a star to use. I also changed the color to a similar color I'm planning to use and adjusted it to how big I wanted the star. For the cloud, I wanted it to have a 2D look, so I added an offset to the back. For some reason, it went all the way to the back, so I had to bring it forward until I could see it behind the cloud where it's supposed to be. Then I changed it to the same color as my star. I went to layers to duplicate the cloud along with the offset, then tried to figure out where I wanted to place it. After that, I wanted to put the number 1 somewhere on the box. I wanted to layer the number 1 to give the 2D effect as well, so I did 3 offsets and changed the colors accordingly. Once that was done, I went back to duplicate the stars and added some smaller stars around and adjusted it to my liking. I thought about adding another cloud, but it seemed like it was already overcrowded and there was no room for it, so I just deleted it after. I almost forgot the moon, but I googled and downloaded a free moon SVG, so I didn't have to erase the background like the cloud. Images when uploaded are always enlarged for no reason. I had to find some room for my moon to fit with the stars. Once I was done with my design of how I was going to make all the favorite boxes, it's now time to duplicate everything 20 times. I always like to make a background template of the paper size I will be using to cut to make sure it fits. I started with the moon and duplicated it 20 times and tried to make it fit onto the page as best as I could because I like to save paper if I can. For both the big and small stars, I put them all on one paper along with the same color cloud. I realized I forgot to add the gold number 1 to the page as well, so I had to unattach the gold cloud and stars to reorganize and place everything again. Once I finish placing everything, I like to attach each color together and delete or hide the gray backing I used as a template. So when I go to make it, everything is where it should be and doesn't cut on an extra border on the outside. Now for the fun part, time to cut everything up and assemble it. I bought this tool from Dollar Tree to try out, but I had a hard time using it, and I'd rather use my hand to pull everything off instead. It's faster and easier to just bend the mat back and peel each cardstock by hand. This was the only time the tool was useful to me. Now that everything is all cut out, it's time to put it together. These are the double-sided tape I use. I bought them from Dollar Tree in the art section. For the one, I did want to add double-sided tape under the pink, but the pink was a little too small. So I just had to glue it on top of the white and use double-sided tape under the white and gold instead. After I glued and put all the double-sided tape on where I needed to be, I put the first box together. For the small stars, I just decided to glue them on the box with Elmer's glue. I liked how it came out, so I continued to finish putting the rest of the party favorite boxes together. Once I was finished, I thought the top looked like it was missing something, so I wanted to add my daughter's name and some more stars. So I measured a rough estimate of how long I would make the name. When I went back to Design Space, I deleted most of the stars and just kept some of the stars that I needed to cut out. At first I wanted to make her name gold like the stars, then later chose blue for the holographic cardstock. For Stella's name, I chose a font that I liked and had previously downloaded on my iPad. Then I tried to see how big of an offset I wanted it. Once I was satisfied with her name and the offset together, I changed both the size to 2 inches in width. Then I duplicated everything 20 times. When I zoomed into the names, I realized if I've gone through to make it, it would have cut through the names too. Luckily I caught it before I went to make it. So I had to delete all the names and weld it together before continuing to make multiple names again. Now to cut it and fill in the empty part at the top of the party favor box. When the cardstock was sticking out while it was cutting, that should have been my sign to not continue. But I ended up letting the Cricut finish cutting it, just to realize it was a bad idea. I had a hard time taking it off, so I didn't even want to bother gluing it individually on too, so I just scraped everything off and threw it away. Because I wasted so much of the holographic cardstock, I cut the excess to save for another time. didn't have any more scraps to cut my stars, so I just used a new sheet. So I realized that if I couldn't use the holographic cardstock, I decided to use a rose gold permanent vinyl, which came out way better than the cardstock idea I wasted time on. At first I thought I could have just lifted the whole vinyl and it would easily come off, but I realized I was wrong. So I took off all the inside of the letters to make it easier to peel off later when I peeled the backing of the names. This was my first name peel. You can see that it's harder to peel when they're still attached to the other names. To make it easier, I had to cut them down again so it wouldn't get stuck to each other accidentally when I peeled them. When they were all peeled off, I used transfer vinyl to transfer it onto the white cardstock. Now it's time to add double-sided tape to them and stick them onto the party favor boxes. always add the smaller stars last since my hand gets sticky from using a little toothpick, but also the glue gets everywhere and the stars are so small. Now I'm adding the last couple stars to the last favorite boxes. This is how it looks like in the sun. When it came closer to her birthday, I put some candies, a little colorful scratcher coloring sheet, a pop-it keychain, a party blower, and a princess ring pop into the favorite box. Now they're all ready for my daughter's birthday party. This is how I set up one of the tables with the party favorite boxes.